Hello and welcome. I'm Psychic Medium Roberto, and I truly hope you're doing well today. In today's case of true crime, I'm looking at the Madeline Kingsbury disappearance. And of course, Maddi had gone missing on March 31st, 2023, having dropped her kids off at the daycare. And of course, this smacks of the Nicola Boulay case with similar kind of circumstances. All right, let me take a moment to focus and tune in. All right, so let's bring up the main slide here. We're going to go straight into it. And again, just as an overview, we have repetition of days. There's definitely foul play here, and there's definitely manipulation going on in the background. So let's look at March 31, 2023, the day that she was presumed missing. And I went forward 2 days, and I went all the way back to March the 22nd. Now, as an overview, on March the 30th is alarm bells for me, as well as March 28. And in fact, I would say from March 28 to March 30, there are some serious ongoings in the background of this family. And yeah, let's go back to March 28th, because on the 28th, I believe there was quite a big argument with that 28-10-1, with the 13-4 and 11-2 outcome. Now, I believe there was a big argument here, and the relationship between Maddi and Adam was certainly on the rocks. And in fact, I would even say that it was called off on March 28th during an argument. And with that 13-4 is like endings. And I believe Madeline wanted a divorce and custody of the children, and the partnership or marriage was over. Now, I believe this was the motive for the crime, and there certainly was foul play here. Now, if we look at March the 30th, that 33 is about the family unit. The 6 that we see there is about the divorce and breakup. And again, it's reinforced that 13-4, that things were over. Now, from Adam's point of view, I would say on March the 30th, he had made his mind up as to what he was going to do about this. And I've just been pinged on the Anna case, where she was also leaving her husband. And of course, that enraged the husband, and we know the outcome there. So if we look on March 31, we have the 31-4, that's an ending. And unfortunately, with that 31 outcome, 4 speaks about a death. And when we see the double sevens there with the 14-5 outcome, both adults were steadfast in their mindsets and their decision-making process, with Maddi wanting to do what she wanted to do and Adam himself, which ended up in a 14-5. So that 14-5 already alerts us that whatever was said about the disappearance around Maddi was a lie. Okay? Definitely a lie. And what I did was, as interesting little exercise, was I did a shadow day +1. So although we don't have a 32 in March, it still reveals from a consecutive point of view what was going on. So we have the 5, where there was lies. Now, this 5 also keeps popping up around the chart here. Now, I just wonder what the actual issue was, if the fundamental issue was money, and also the abuse and controlling issues happening within the partnership. Okay, so I believe on that morning, March 31, there was a physical fight, and I believe Maddi sustained a head injury, which was life-threatening. Now, after putting down that 15-6 head injury, I received a message, unfortunately, of decapitation, possible dismemberment with that 8 as well. And I received an image. Adam closes the van door, walking around the front door. Maddi was deceased in the van when he drove off. And I believe Adam went to go dump the body of Maddi after leaving the house. So I believe a fight broke out, and I believe he was not going to let her get away with taking the kids and ending their relationship, because as I was actually preparing to record this and having done the slides yesterday, I see there was some kind of information around Adam being refused custody of the children. And I believe that was his motive around this, was that he wanted custody of the children. So very surprising to see that in relation to what I've picked up in the charts here. Unfortunately, when people are trapped in a toxic relationship, things can unfortunately get out of hand, and I believe this was the case with Maddi here as well. So when what I found interesting was that when I fast forwarded April the 2nd, that 6 picks up again, and we see the 13-4. And now this is what happens when the dust settles. So I believe on that March 31, Adam was enraged and got out of control with the 6, and there was high emotions with the 2, and with the outcome of the 13-4. Now, I just wonder, the police will have to look at the GPS coordinates of where that vehicle traveled. Did he get into his airplane? What did he do with Maddi? So the police will have to look at his cell phone records, if the vehicle had a tracking device, but certainly there was foul play, and I believe he acted alone. And what he has put out in a couple of days ago with regards to no involvement, that is a lie, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But unfortunately, I do fear that she was deceased. And we can backtrack this all the way back, and there's continuous arguments and backwards and forwards between these two adults, and really concerning. And once again, we have the children who are going to suffer as a result. No mom, no father. All right, let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to see your comments. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and hit that notification icon for future uploads. And I will just say stay safe and stay alert.